Good afternoon. I'm going to try and keep this as interesting as I can. Maybe a spin of the wheel. Maybe I'll light up your life. Maybe I'll turn you around. Turn it around. Maybe I'll cut you up. Maybe the biggest secret of all is sitting here. The biggest secret of everything is sitting right here. You know why? I'm going to show you, because when it hooks in, when you hook it in, okay, with one end of the hook, I'm going to draw this for you. You have one end of the hook and the other end of the hook. You have two hooks, okay? Like they always show you, those are two jacks. That's your S. It's two jacks. It hooks inside here, okay? That's the ring of the spirit connectors, okay? And what happens, if you want to see that they connect, but look, if you want to see something at the speed of light, now this is at the speed of light, how does God do it? Well, voila, he unfolds it. The pleats in space, time travel, shoo, we just traveled time. I doubled up on that. I guess my hands are not magic. The magical number 8. Sitting this way, you got 4, 5, 6. Sitting this way, you got 2, 5, 8. Do you understand? This is the mask of Halloween. We should keep this on and call this the mask 8. Because when you take 8 of these, okay, and you implant it into a little game I made, which is this. So now you can see it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it expands out. Now you need 4 walls for that cube, okay? Because the 1 and 6 part of the cube are not used. So you create 4 of those, and then you bend them in. You bend them all in, okay? Therefore, all the walls of the dice will connect, but now you're building what comes out to be a pyramid, because the one at the top and the one at the bottom show that when they bend them in, they connect to a point. Okay, so this folds around and creates that 4 wall. But the 4 walls it creates are not the actual 4 walls you think. Okay, it's creating the 4 walls of the hexagon. Okay, which will bend in on the top and in the bottom. Instead of going down like this, they'll go up like this. And then if you want to cut off the top. But the problem with this is when you put this back, there's going to be pieces missing, corners missing. You know why there's corners missing? Or when you fold it in, does it all fold in perfectly? Or are those 4 corners still missing from the octagon that we used earlier on, the stop sign? The stop sign is part of what our universe is all about. I have a picture. Do I have it here? I don't think so. The reason for it is because we have to cut corners with the other worlds that created us. And if you don't cut corners with the other worlds, well, this world doesn't exist. Oh, this is just an old design. I don't know if you can see it. This is an old design, the way everything intertwines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing double. Inside, you can see the actual 2 knives. The actuality is this design here. Comes from the king. 2 kings, 1 king and 1 jack are holding this in their hands. And from this design, what they were holding, I extended it to look like this. And I have a more elaborate one inside my bedroom that I sleep with. The other thing I wanted to tell you is this also expands into the center. What you see here would be the 9 card. Okay, the 9 card would tell this story. And at the same time the 9 card tells this story, okay, it's got 7 rows, total rows, okay? So if you would say 7 rows going down, 3 across on the 9 card. So that would be 9 card times 7 is 63 moons on Jupiter. I'm going to do anything to find out what's on Jupiter and how come it's there. I know it's there and there's a reason for it. It's just not there. And I don't care if you go to 69 moons now, okay? When I was programmed in at 63 moons. I was programmed in with Pluto with 3 moons. These moons are transporters. They're also called number 51s, but they're 351s because they're creator transporters. Okay, and they come from the main. I mean, there's two main parts. The part that goes in to create this world, the part that comes out of that creation to create the actual world we're in, and the two parts that connect to the top that create the primary beta world. God was able to go out and capture space and make a bubble. Inside the bubble it made light. The bubble's name for me is DNA. Diversify, neutralize the angles. Because we know when we've got the four angles, we can just go outside creating that circle and everything would be perfect. And at the same time, if we cut a square into the angle of the circle, if you understand what I'm saying, you'll be able to create a baseball diamond, but only 1/4 of the clock, 3 hours of the clock. How big is a baseball field? God left nothing out. If I can't force you into anything, I can only just tell you what I think I know, because what I think I know is what I know. How I tell you what it is and how you understand it is something completely different. You can disagree till tomorrow. It makes no difference. Unless you want to bring it into a discussion, you disagree to discuss. Well, you must discuss. We must understand the differences to be able to see the same way, the other's way, your own way. Eventually, your spirit connection in your mind is connected to all the ways of thinking, and then, therefore, you will upgrade very quickly, because so on and so on and so on. Anyways, what I did want to tell you is that I want to show you that Jesus Murphy. Where is Jesus Murphy? I don't remember what I was going to show you. I really don't. Okay, we're going to go into something else. What are we going to go into? The elements of nature, roulette, the center. I had something all planned out, and it looks like I made a design. It looks beautiful. I wish you can see it. It's the 7 card, one on top of the other. Don't forget, when you put things on top of each other, you see it looks like 11M or 2M, and see the design that comes out from 2 7 cards. I did that with the 8 card. God made it so that everything you piece apart, if you just turn it in 4 directions, 4 simple directions, 8 if you wish, you will see the primary of the outline equally on each side. Therefore, your eyes will perform the natural cosmetics to fill in what is not there magically without a pen, but only in your mind. It can never be erased. It can only be forgotten. Okay, so now we did the baseball diamond. Something that was very interesting. Did I show you MrTacpans? Did I show you the MrTacpans? I colored it in. That's what 7286 looks like in 4 directions. You see the eye? Now if you can imagine, just imagine, you want to have to look. You want to have to look. If you don't look, you won't see. Okay? They say the same road 2 ways. Okay? There is a square in there if you look properly. Okay? What you see above on the right, okay, those are the arms of the clock. Okay? On the 9 dice, there's just so many things. On the 9 dice, in that center there, that's where that goes. There's a space between the top part of the 9 and the bottom part of the 9 where the 5 is. It's the only position where the 1 position is, right here. The pin goes in. And that's what turns your beta world and man inside the bubble. Don't forget, beta world, bubble, color what you want. Okay, but we're definitely connected to something somehow, and there is more than just us. And they feel everything, they know everything. How can I say this? You die, man, and the first thing that happens is your spirit comes out of you. It's already noted that you're a bad dude. You know, they might just send you right back there again. You're a bad dude, man. A bad dude. Pikachu was yellow. They say that the natural gas was yellow, but air is blue. So we have the blue of the air, which I used to call it the electronics, which is a transference of the copper through usually the red or the white wire, in which the black is a ground, the black is a negative, and the green is a ground. And do we have any picture cards around here? Is there any green on our picture cards? I want to see if there's green. Okay, here's a picture card. No green. How come? No brown, no green. Why no brown, no green? I want to know why. The copper goes into the ground, it turns green with the water. Our picture cards have blue, they don't have brown, and they should have green because they have yellow, and green and yellow, doesn't that make blue? So the actual ground to the whole thing is the green. And that's why we have the greenery, and that's why they call the Martians our green people. And every slogan we've ever used in our minds that we ever thought was just stupidity and laughs is all true, if you know how to look at it. Don't shade away the truth of the light that comes upon us right now. But what am I getting to with all this? What am I actually telling you? Anyways, I didn't do the telephone. We have 3 minutes left. Okay, what I wanted to tell you, I'm just jumping up. Woo! Here we go again. Woo! Here we go again. Whoopee. Okay. Now this is what I want to tell you about the telephone. Okay. On the old telephones, every single number, except for the 1, had a letter. The reason the 1 did not have the letter, okay, is because nothing had begun. It was 1. And to tell you where the 1 comes from, when you put 1s together, okay, they create everything. But the 1 creates the I. The 1 creates the I to everything. And that's why they say the one eye, the all-seeing eye, because it's just the 1. There is only one eye at the end. When you look out, 2 eyes see, or 1 eye see. You have 2 eyes looking, but how many actually see? At what point is it vision? Because it's impaired until the 2 come together as 1. The 2 eyes must see in the mind. When the 1 eye sees, no mind sees, and no eye see nothing. Both eyes come to see in 1. Tundra! The green tundra! The brown stones, the silvery rocks, covered with water and air, as the growth of the green has begun, the natural elements. But doesn't green usually naturally happen in a bubble? Because what's growing in space, it's all burning up, it's moving, it's on fire. It's only what's in the bubble. What about dot, the coloring book? Dot to dots. What about filling in the 9 spaces of the cat's lives? Did you know that if you would divide 6.6 billion people, they called in the year 2000, by the 9 lives of the cat, you would equal to 7.4. Okay? 7.4 billion. Okay? 7.4 or 74. 7.4 is the age to man dog's life, and 74 is God and the angel, and 74 is the letter count of Jesus. J-E-S-U-S, J10, E5, S19, U21, S19, total 74. God connected everything. How come I'm finding it? Is it a coincidence that the love count is 64? 0 is 64. L12, O15. L12, O15 is 27, and 22 is 47. It's 52. That's right, 52. Love is 52, 52 weeks. The 2 in the beta world must love the 5 world, and the 5 world must love the 4 and 6 world. Because if they don't, and they're apart, we're not here. I know I don't express myself properly sometimes, but I've done all the letters. I've done all the letters on the telephone keypad, and it's crazy that the 8 letter count TUV comes out to 63 moons, and 8 is our heavens, and Jupiter is the center of it all. That's what I believe, and I think that is the truth. And somehow you will find out one day, someone will come to me and I will say yes.